Hello, our pals. Happy New Year. 2022 is upon us. It'll be the first year without Betty White in a long, long time, and I am very upset. I do just want to take a moment to have a little moment of reflection in honor of Betty White.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, everyone knows my love of Betty, of our dear Betty, and I'm going to dedicate this rewatch to her, even though she's not in it. And I heard that news the other day, and I was crushed, just crushed me yesterday. But we must go on, and so tonight, Al Pals, we are starting the new year off with a classic disaster film. Films with Friends presents The Poseidon Adventure from 1972. That is the film, and the friends are, of course, the usual people who will be looking for their cruise director tonight. We have Troy Pacelli. I'm going to go to the guy first. I don't know why. It's a new year. You know what? It's the year of the man.
Okay.
Troy Pacelli. Cartan, the Klingon cleric. How you doing, sir? And
just fine. I misunderstood what movie you said we were going to watch. I thought you said the Pacelli Adventure. Okay. I'm kidding.
Talk about a true disaster. But anyway.
Yeah, right. Well, I also figured, I don't know if this was actually your intent, but when you said that you were going to do a series of disaster films, I was like, New Year's disaster. Is he just expecting a third year of complete bullshit?
Let's get him out of the way.
I guess.
And then we'll get more. I'm not going to say happy films because not all of them are going to be happy the rest of the year because you got to have some weird ones. I was like, because Boomer, I got to credit Boomer for this one because he reminded me that this movie takes place at New Year's Eve into New Year's Day. So what better way to start off the new year than by tipping over a cruise liner?
Okay, I like your logic.
So I have never seen it.
You've never seen this film? Well, let me introduce, the beautiful, lovely Nanette Pacelli of Netters Network. How are you doing, lovely lady?
I'm doing fine, but now I know what happens, so I don't know if I want to watch it now.
Well, that happens early on. It's surviving to the end is the big deal.
It's in the poster.
It's in the poster on the thumbnail. It's actually on twice on the thumbnail.
Unlike last night when I was drinking champagne to toast in the new year, I'm only drinking water today.
Yeah.
And special last-minute guest, Agent Boomer, who told me he wasn't going to be able to make it, but I guess he did. So let's start off the new year right with a little bit of Agent Boomer. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. I'm happy to be here. Like I said, I'd like to make it to all three. I would definitely be here for the storm at the end of the month. If I can make it to the next one, I will, but I can't make a promise right now. So that might be another last-minute thing. That'll be what? Towering Inferno in 2 weeks.
Towering Inferno in 2 weeks. For those of you who do not have the Poseidon Adventure, I did find a version of it on Dailymotion. It is there's a link earlier in the chat, plus there is a link on my Twitter page and on the YouTuber Facebook page. So if you don't have a copy of it and you do want to watch along, Dailymotion seems to have a copy. It's the right length. I started watching it. They were speaking English at the beginning, so that's a good sign. Because sometimes you don't know. So I started watching many a film. I was like, oh, they have a copy of this one. When he goes, wow. I'm like, okay, click. There was a Bigfoot movie that I was looking at today. I was like just cruising on YouTube, and it was some weird Bigfoot movie. I was like, oh, well, I wonder what this is about. But it was dubbed over in some Asian language. I don't even know what it was. But it might have been Vietnamese because they had a lot of H's in the.
So was it an American movie but dubbed in an Asian language of some sort? Or?
Yes. Okay. They had dubbed over it. So I don't know what was going on. I just like, well, I'm not going to watch it. Although there was one that I saw that I kind of fast forwarded through because it was really bad. When I started watching it, it was called what was it? The Badge. Oh God! Oh man, I can't remember. It was something like The Badge, the Bible, and Bigfoot. Something like that. It was like I think it was like 3Bs or something like that. And it was about a guy who loses his job. He was a police officer because of budget cuts. And then his kids get kidnapped by Bigfoot, which is basically a guy in the cheapest Bigfoot costume you can find on Amazon. And the editing is and I was like, man, this is edited really weird when these two guys are fighting. Literally, he's fist fighting Bigfoot.
How does the Bible play into it?
It's about having your faith in Jesus Christ. So it was a Catholic film.
To stop Bigfoot. To stop Bigfoot. Okay.
Yes,
I mean,
it was.
I guess in that scenario, yeah.
I'll tell you what. If I got into a fist fight with Bigfoot, I'd probably be doing some praying.
Yes.
And,
so I guess we can't worship at the Church of Bigfoot.
I guess.
But I will tell you this. I was like going, this ending is really weird in this fight. The guy playing the police officer also was playing Bigfoot.
Oh my God.
And his kids were played by the actor's kids, and his wife was played by the actor's wife. It was a family affair. It gives you an idea of like, it was like someone took their iPhone out and decided to do a Bigfoot movie.
Wow.
And I swear, it was the Ouija Shark of Bigfoot films.
We won't be watching that one.
Yeah, I would avoid it at all costs unless you.
Daniel Heron says
about Ouija Shark, and then we ended up watching it.
Well, true.
But yeah, let's say hi to the chat because I heard you mention Daniel Heron's name. Go Team Ghost Planet Go ×2. I had to adopt another name. Netter, of course, saying hi to everybody. I, of course, then put in the link to the chat. Evelyn Hampton, how are you doing, my dear? Happy New Year to you.
Hey, Admiral, how you doing?
Daniel Heron, hello, how you doing? Dodging a tornado tonight. Ooh.
Wow. We just had snowstorms.
I'm glad you dodged it.
Yeah.
Lynn Green, it is nice to have you actually live because she always comments, great comments, and I know she's actually listening because they actually, follow like a pattern.
Right.
So I'm like, somebody actually listens after we are done.
Yeah.
Which for me is a good, little pat on the back. I'm so glad you are here in person. Or at least stopping in while you had a minute. Oh, I guess she's not going to be here. I hope, you should be watching later, thankfully. Have a great time. I hope to catch a rewatch soon. Yes,
I'll tell you, Lynn and Daniel both are really great about whether they can make it, the night of. They always come back later and leave a comment. I feel incredibly encouraged by them.
Yeah, it's always like I said, I know a lot of people, Saturday night it's a big night for a lot of people who have actual lives.
Exactly.
Or who have been married so long they have nothing else to do but sit around and listen to their friend watch
4 days
movies.
remodeling my kitchen.
That's true. That's true.
It
looks fabulous.
It's called a joke, Matter.
Yeah.
Daniel said he avoided a tornado tonight and waves was coming in. Whoa. So he may be having his own disaster movie where he's living. I'm sorry. Not bad joke.
Daniel, Twister's got a great score. So you can always do that. I'm
wondering if his tornado is what dumped all the snow on us.
I tell you, we've had a lot of rain here. We've had like 10 inches of rain in the last 24 hours. Now we needed it. That's a lot of rain, and we actually had thunder today. I hadn't heard thunder in a long time, and it's so nice not to have to worry about a leaky roof.
I hear thunder only happens when it's raining. Sorry.
Sigh from Al.
I want to go into the technicality of how so wrong that is.
Well, the only reason that you might have thunder without rain is if it's so hot and so dry that it literally evaporates before it lands.
Yeah, or you hear it and it's somewhere else, but it's not
Well,
raining on
that's
you.
true too.
So
That's true
but
too.
that happens.
But it is raining. The rain is what's causing the thunder. So there you
Okay,
go.
okay. Thank you, Willard Scott.
Yeah.
Is that,
Wow, we're being really 70s here, aren't we?
is that popcorn I hear?
It is popcorn.
'Cause
Well,
I'm eating peanuts.
Speaking,
Huh. I had a.
So together we're Cracker Jack? Is that what you're
I
saying?
guess so.
Well, you got
just
popcorn,
need a little caramel
you got
sauce.
peanuts, and I just had a Reese's peanut butter sandwich. Basically, peanut butter and Nutella together.
That's right.
Sounds
That's
nice.
right. Two great tastes that taste great together.
It's my own creation.
It's good too.
I had Nutella pancakes once at a hipster restaurant. It was pretty good.
Now,
Actually, does sound pretty good.
now is that pancakes with Nutella in it or on it?
I think on them. Yeah, they were on them.
Okay, well, yeah, that's a personal choice anybody can make.
Yeah.
I like peanut butter and pancakes with syrup. That's good.
That just sounds too sweet to me.
I learned that from The Rock. Actually, the peanut butter I use, which is the store brand from Food Line, not an advertisement, and I don't get paid for that saying that. It's not that sweet. It's not as sweet as some of the other brands. So it's a much more neutral peanut butter flavor, and I like that. So it actually kind of complements.
Mm.
But okay, enough of the schmoozing. Let's talk about this movie, 1972. Irwin Allen, who of course was known for many TV shows, and I think this was one of his first films. I know he was a very popular film.
Lost
yeah,
in Space.
Lost in
Right.
Space is what he was like really known for, and you know he's kind of the M. Night Shyamalan of his time, very hit and miss. In fact, this one was a hit. Next one's going to be a hit. Definitely the third one we're doing, miss. But a fun miss.
Yeah.
It depends on your point of view.
Yeah, it really does. But Irwin Allen, known in the 70s as the master of disaster, and rightfully so, it was like the big name film that you would go to, and Poseidon Adventure was a really big hit for him and the company. In fact, they were kind of scared about this movie because they were a little scared of the cost, and him and director Ronald Neame kind of really kept it on the level, and did a lot of filming on the Queen Mary, of course.
Wow.
And then had to build a set and turn it upside down. I'm not giving
Right.
anything away because look at the poster. And but yeah, great film. And I remember seeing this in the movie when I was about 7 or 8 years old when it came out, and I loved it. I loved disaster movies growing up. I started, this, and then Towering Inferno, which came out a couple years later.
Yep.
Which we'll be watching in 2 weeks. Earthquake, Airport. I mean, just tons of disaster films. That was like the big thing in the 70s, and, until Star Wars came out. And
My
then
mom. Oh,
things
I'm
went
sorry.
to sci-fi, and then things went to sci-fi again. But yeah, disaster was kind of the big moneymaker. Like a lot of airport films, planes were dropping out of the sky every other year. Oh yeah, there was some good stuff. There was a lot of
Earthquake.
great stuff.
Remember Earthquake? That was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
Earthquake.
call me Shirley.
My mom was real. Yeah, right. My
Yeah.
mom was real big on the disaster films, but for me, I don't think I went to see any of them in the theater. I think they were all, the Sunday night movie, on ABC. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
but yeah, I remember seeing them on the big screen as a kid, and then like later on television a couple of times. Now I will say it's been a while since I've seen this,
Mm-hmm.
but I've seen it a lot of times when I was young, and I was like, I've been wanting to watch it again. What better time to watch it than with my friends
There you go.
on the internet, so we can really have some fun with it. A lot of people think of it today, kind of, using today's standards, a few things not quite right, but there's some great stunts. They did some ingenious filmmaking in this thing. All-star cast. I mean, they've got several Oscar winners, an Oscar nominee, and just some great actors in general. I mean, you've got Gene Hackman, Ernest Borgnine, Roddy McDowell, Jack Albertson, Leslie Nielsen's in it for a short period of time. Just a ton of great actors. Shelley Winters, Stella Stevens, Pamela Sue Martin, who was a young and up-and-coming young actress at the time, Carol Lindley.
Yep.
Yeah, just an all-star cast. And it kind of set the style of the airports, and that they put a lot of great actors together and put them in harm's way.
But, interestingly, one of the things that, used to be big in, like, the 70s was these all-star casts. And I think we've been kind of discussing on a lot of our channels that I think that era is kind of starting to go away. They can afford one or two big stars, but when they have to start paying out those salaries, they're not hitting the margins they need to be able to make these movies anymore.
Yeah, I mean, even if you look at things like Fantasy Island, they would have like a star a week on there usually, right?
Yeah, or Love Boat. I mean, look at what Love Boat did and Fantasy Island. That was on. They were on concurrently.
Yes, but on both shows, you notice there were actors that were more on the B list than the A
Yeah,
list.
they were kind of past their prime, looking for work. That's.
But speaking of Fantasy Island, if you want to see one of the greatest interpretations of the devil,
Roddy McDowell, exactly.
Oh my lord!
Gosh, that was great.
So great
and who goes toe to toe with him? Khan.
Yep, Khan versus Satan. But he was Rourke before he was Khan.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Rourke was a badass in his own
Actually, he was Khan before he was Rourke. Spacey.
Okay, yeah, technically. But the real Khan, I mean, like the Khan we know.
The big screen Khan, yeah.
Big screen Khan.
The Khan artist.
But we're about at that time that we're going to be starting here. The film basically just starts with the ship. So I've kind of got it at basically 0 or 1 second. It's black screen. It's before you see the ship.
Yep.
So if everybody wants to kind of get there. Also, Turk again, how you doing? So Roddy McDowell was just playing the devil?
Well, as far as we know. I mean, can't be too sure.
As likable as Roddy McDowell always seemed, he could play bad.
With Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange.
Oh, yeah.
Are you talking? That's Malcolm McDowell. I'm talking Roddy McDowell.
Oh, Roddy McDowell. Sorry.
Yeah. Cornelius from Planet of the Apes. We got to do Planet of the Apes one day, the original. But
Fright Night
playing Satan. Well, no, see, Fright Night, he was a good guy.
Well, that's true.
If you ever go back and watch Cleopatra, and he was
right,
Octavian, I should say.
Yeah,
he was a good little piece of work in that one.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you want to follow along, there's a Daily Motion link higher in the chat, or on my Twitter, or on Facebook and the YouTubers page. But we're synced
what
up.
I'll do is I'll drop the link again.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. So it's fresh.
You're getting fresh?
Yeah, I'm getting fresh.
But we are starting. So Nair's never seen this.
Nope.
Troy has seen it, and Boomer, I'm sure you've seen it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Just a great one of the great disaster films of the 70s by Irwin Allen.
Honestly, though, I haven't seen it since the 70s, so
it's been
just to be honest.
It's not that long for me, but it's been a while, so it's going to be a lot of stuff like, I forgot that happened.
Right.
But we're going to do the countdown, of course, and when I say go, we'll start. Like I said, I'm at the 1 second mark on I have a Blu-ray rip, so it's about a second or two, and then it kind of, you see the ship.
I will bet you I have the exact same one.
I would not be surprised. And we're starting in 3, 2, 1, go. The SS Poseidon.
Yep.
Now, I often wonder, is this foreshadowing with all these nasty waves,
I wouldn't be surprised with a little bit of foreshadowing. But this was a model, a very big model. I think, 25 feet, I think I read.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you could tell by the way the waves are reacting. The one
Right.
thing that is very hard in miniature to use is water,
Right. You have
because
to,
water acts a certain way.
and you can tell by looking at it. In fact, you can see the same thing in Superman when the dam bursts.
Exactly.
What they have to do.
Shelley Winters.
Yeah. What they have
Sorry,
to.
Jack Albertson. I'm doing that time sync.
Oh yeah.
This is kind of a pioneering.
Oh, I
effects
forgot
movie,
Pamela
though.
Sue Martin was in this.
Yeah, the lovely Pamela Sue Martin.
Oh yeah.
She was a gorgeous woman. Well, still is, I'm sure.
This was just before she did Nancy Drew, right?
Yeah, I think so. I wouldn't be surprised if this led to her doing Nancy Drew.
Very likely, yeah.
Yeah, most of the exterior shots of the Poseidon are shot using a large miniature built with original blueprints of the Queen Mary. The model is still on display in the Los Angeles Maritime Museum.
Oh, neat.
So obviously this is done in slow motion so that it looks like that volume of water is behaving the way it should. The problem is you're also seeing the smoke moving in slow motion.
I love how they set this up almost like it's a documentary.
Yeah.
At midnight on set on New Year's Eve.
Right.
Great. But they say they're going from New York to Athens, but I don't know if they ever actually say where they are, or they may. I got to let's wait and see.
Well, it's got to be in the Atlantic somewhere.
Atlantic or in the Mediterranean.
Oh, good point.
But they get hit by a rogue wave, which they used to
That
think
big
was very rare, but they actually think occur more times than they originally thought.
And the other thing, too, is they can't be like in the middle of the ocean. They've got to be close enough to land that the wave would be cresting, right?
Depending on where they are. Like I said, a rogue wave can kind of hit you anywhere.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Leslie Nielsen in a non-comedic role.
I know.
Yeah.
Before he started doing the
Airplane.
parodies, they were all serious roles he played.
It would have been brilliant if he had done a parody of this movie.
Right.
You know, like,
And of course, they're doing a lot of. I'm not going to say it's very Titanic-like. You got the guy who owns the ship, who's like, "We got to go faster. We ignore all the safety things." And
Right.
of course, that leads to a terrible, terrible thing.
it's interesting. Deepwater Horizon, which was a more recent movie, was based on the BP oil spill, but that was a disaster movie, kind of like in the same style of these, except it was based on real events.
Yeah.
You have kind of the similar thing. Yeah.
They always got to have a little kid.
Right.
This is the Wesley Crusher of the movie.
Right. And back in the 70s, you know he was going to survive.
And I remember him from the film Yours, Mine, and Ours.
Oh, okay.
The one with Lucille Ball and Henry Fonda.
Yep.
Whoa, tilting.
Yep.
But this was a
Everybody
pretty
lean
pioneer.
the other way.
All right.
This was a movie pioneered a lot of special effects, though, right? I mean,
Yep.
this is sort of what made movies like Star Wars possible
Yeah.
years later, right? Because of the model work and the effects. So, yeah.
It got a special Academy Award for its visual effects.
So, whose son is the kid supposed to be?
He is. Well, let me see here.
I don't know if his parents are on the ship or not. I know his sister's on the ship, right?
Yeah, he's with his sister.
His
is
teenage
Pamela Sue
sister.
Martin. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if his parents are on the ship or not. Actually.
Maybe they're meeting them after they get off the cruise.
Yeah. And that nurse is Erwin Allen's wife.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And Ernest Borgnine.
There's always an intensity to Ernest Borgnine.
Yeah. He always looks ticked off.
Yeah.
It's those eyebrows.
Yep. Like I said, if you've ever seen the film The Devil's Reign,
Yep.
he's a great devil.
Yep. William Shatner was in that movie.
Yep. In fact, that's the movie that they made the life mask for that eventually ended up being Michael Myers.
Yep.
Because there's a point where he's actually wearing his own mask with the eyes cut out. Now you're like, oh my God, it's Michael Myers with a tan.
Is she naked under the blanket? That's what I've always wondered.
Hope so.
Yeah. If she is in real life, she is in my head.
I mean, my understanding is she's like supposed to be, right?
You don't swallow them. Yeah, I love this. What do you do with them?
I love the sick pills that are suppositories.
Mm-hmm.
Former cop is very protective of his wife.
Oh, the banter between them's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, she definitely was not wearing much, if anything, underneath that, because when she leaned over and fell on the pillow, you could see her leg was bare.
There you go.
Like,
I love
this. Where her underwear.
I like that my wife was looking closer than I was.
Yeah.
I just happened to notice the flesh.
There's red buttons.
Yeah. Red buttons jogging away. Look, I just love that walk he's doing.
Looks like he's got a wedgie. He's trying to work it out.
Yeah. Shelley Winters gained 35 pounds for this film and was never able to lose it.
You got to be careful. This happens with actors. Vincent D'Onofrio was the same way. I think he gained weight for a role and couldn't lose it.
Yeah, but now he's Kingpin.
Yeah, that's true.
Why did she have to gain weight for the role?
Yeah, why does the role specifically call for her to be heavy?
This was based on a novel.
Oh.
And maybe the character in the novel there's a point in it where I guess maybe her weight could be a liability when they're trying to escape, and it must have been the novel.
She was a former Olympic swimmer.
So what you do is you put her in a fat suit.
Yeah.
But this was the early '70s, and she was, and the thing is, she looks a lot older.
Yeah,
she's 51 in this role, so she's actually still a very young woman.
Wow, Lex Luthor with hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
The novel was 1969 novel, same name.
That's not a toupee. That's a comb over.
Hey, I don't know. He looks younger in this though than I've seen in most movies, though, right, Gene Hackman?
Yeah, if anybody remembers from the Seven Faces of Dr. Lowe, the guy playing the priest.
Oh.
Arthur O'Connell, the bad guy in the film.
Interesting.
I understand that turtlenecks were the style in the 70s, but, on a cruise where it's probably pretty temperate, that's got to be pretty damn uncomfortable.
That was the style at the time.
Yeah.
Remember, it is January.
Oh, yeah.
So, they could just be in a more cooler spot.
That's right. And if they left from New York and they're not too far out from there.
Yeah. Now, the backstory in the book is that this is the last voyage of the Poseidon. It's going to Athens, and then it's going to be scrap for money. And the quicker they get there, the quicker the owners get their money. So that's why he's kind of rushing them.
Gotcha.
Well, if I'm thinking of it, though, if that's the case, though, then it's really the captain who has final say, though, right?
Yeah, but if he gets pressured, I mean, look at what happened on the Titanic. Get her there fast.
Oh, I'm going to tell the authorities, you weren't such a good captain here. You were nervous as cats. Like he'll say that.
Okay, since I've never seen this before, and anytime I've ever seen Leslie Nielsen in a movie, it's always been a comedy. Is this a comedy?
No,
No.
not at all.
No.
This was
No.
this was before he started doing comedies.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
and remember Forbidden Planet.
and Forbidden Planet, right?
He's
right.
you know he plays. See, there's where they're.
It's kind of like how William Shatner switched over to comedic roles when he got older, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think with William Shatner, it was less a career plan and more of a lack of fucks to give.
If anybody just noticed, that was my avatar.
Yep.
Scene.
Yep.
But yeah, the Poseidon's an older ship. She's like I said, this is her final voyage.
Oh God, I always hated this song.
And it won an Academy Award for Best Song. That's what's funny.
This song was written for this movie, wasn't it?
I believe so, yes.
Why don't we cross the
Okay.
bridge together?
So you didn't tell me this was a horror film.
Yeah.
You know, they're
Look at that.
shades.
Look at that hair
Oh
and
God.
mustachy, whatever it is.
Now that's her brother, correct? In this movie, that's her brother, I believe.
Yeah, one of them is, I forget which one it
The
is.
guy with the mustache. That's the guy.
Hopefully not the one she's sleeping with.
I like that backdrop. The
The
Greek.
Egyptian thing, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it would be Greek, considering Poseidon.
Okay, Hellenistic.
Yeah. And I think in the book, the ship was originally named the Atlantis.
Oh,
Some weird, like...
Thank you very much. Particularly with that accent, too. Oh, I can't take this anymore.
this kid's working one of my last nerves in this movie. I'm just. Did you know that Napoleon? Shut up!
Okay,
Shut
I
up.
used to wear my hair like hers.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Shut up, Wesley.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, it was the 70s at the time, and I was in grade school.
No, that don't look bad.
If you there's a quick shot, if you notice, when he was on the bed, there's a model of the ship. The ship turns over. When
Oh,
when
wow.
he, like, runs on the bed. It's like a really quick little thing.
She just sent them wire. Oh, here we go. Stop jumping on the bed. Of course, what happens to the beds on here once it gets decommissioned? I guess they just get tossed, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you really want to dig into the weeds on this, it's owned by a cruise company, so the cruise company could be stripping parts off for other ships or whatever. What else was that kid in? Because he looks so damn familiar.
I'm sure.
Yours, mine, and ours.
No,
That's
I
what I
mean
remember.
after this.
Let me see. His name is Eric Shea.
I know. I've
Yours,
seen
mine, and
all
ours.
of
Poseidon
those.
Adventure. Houston, we have a problem. I don't know. It's like the Castaway Cowboy.
Don't know.
Anna and the King. Mary Hartman.
Oh, could have been Mary
Oh.
Hartman, I remember.
Oh my lord, he was in Batman. Come back, Shane. Come back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's where that comes from.
Oh, so Torgoing says, I was about to make a joke about Shelley Winters. I keep thinking about the joke James Earl Jones made.
Yeah,
About sitting on a bench between Marlon Brando and Shelley.
yeah. How did the bench not break? Who says it didn't?
Oh. Now, what's Gene Hackman's deal? Is he a priest or a reverend or preacher? What is he? He's given some.
He's
Go
a
ahead.
reverend who's kind of having a crisis of faith.
Okay. He's given this weird speech about
Yeah.
God helps those who help themselves. That's basically what he's saying here, right? Am I wrong? That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah, he's kind of being punished by being sent to Africa because of his views. So he's
Right.
he's kind of rebelling. It's early 70s, you know.
Right.
Everybody's kind of flipping out.
So if they were to do this today, it would have to be something, like his opinion of something controversial, right?
Yeah, it'd be like trans people's lives matter. Or,
Yeah, stuff like that or whatever.
Yeah,
What's funny is when Al said, everybody was, the first thing that popped in my head was kung fu fighting.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
That dress, huh?
Yeah, the blue dress. Well, like my avatar.
Oh, here we find out what she's stressing about.
Yeah.
Find out she was once a lady of the hour.
Or half hour, depending.
Oh, stop.
Well, it depends on how old you are. I mean, it might be like 5 minutes.
Yep.
2 hours. I just need someone to talk to. My wife doesn't listen to me anymore. I'm sorry.
Let's park.
My wife refuses to play chess with me.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah. Let's park in the Walmart parking lot for about 10 minutes.
I like it when you don't have to. Go ahead.
I love that he loves her.
Oh,
he really, really does.
Even though she was a former prostitute.
Yeah, he arrested her all the time. He was in that "I want to save you" kind of guy, and he did. But she's still, like I said, she was in the business a while, and she's seen a lot of people.
And why should she care if somebody recognizes her?
Well, that's what he's saying. So what if someone recognized you?
Yeah,
doesn't it bother you when he says
she's embarrassed by her former life.
He's like, it doesn't matter to me. I wouldn't have married you if that sort of thing bothered me.
Right.
It's like,
He arrested her to keep her off the street so she'd marry him. Nice little eye tear up there.
mm-hmm.
She is not wearing a bra.
Nope.
Like we said, it's the 70s.
It was the 70s. Yeah, that was probably one of the things I liked the most about the 70s.
It was a freer time.
Oh,
still on
God.
that song.
It's got to be a morning after.
This
Not her
was.
singing.
I think this was performed at the Academy Awards, wasn't it? When this was out, I think.
It
Jeez,
might have been
probably.
because, like I said, this was the winning song. Not her singing.
Good, because she can't sing.
But they took the song and they had Maureen McGovern, I think,
Yes.
cut a version of it, and that's the one that became like a big hit in '73.
Yep. Maureen McGovern, who also did the love theme in Superman.
Yes, this was, and before I forget, this was the biggest hit of 1973. It came out late December '72.
Interesting.
So it's about 49 years ago. This was the big movie.
It's funny. I was watching like a compilation of all the death scenes from this movie, and someone writes in the chat like, "Was this rated R?" And someone says PG.
Yep. Because you know what? Back in the 70s, we were made of tougher stuff.
Oh,
We didn't need safe spaces.
No,
We didn't need no
this.
PG-13.
I gotta say, this is before the 13 BS.
It's like when we were kids, we rode in the back of station wagons with no seatbelts.
I remember seeing the first airplane movie and the boobs running across the screen, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
PG. Yeah, baby.
I remember,
Brutskis.
I remember going to see, it was a double feature, Saturday Night Fever, and some movie with William Catt and the girl from Partridge Family,
Oh, Susan Day?
Susan Day. And it was like a love thing, and yeah, they were flying all over the place, and I'm like, I'm like, what, 13 at the time?
Yeah.
And my mother took me to the drive-in to see these films.
Mm-mm. Yep.
And even the guy says, man, you know, this film was rated R. And she looked at him and was like, he knows more than I do about stuff. And I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
But it's still good to see it. Still is. I'm 56. I still love
That was my mother's take on everything. She said either he already knows about it, so no harm done, or it'll just go over his head. Either way, what's the harm?
Yeah, that's where you find out there was an earthquake, and that's what led to the
tsunami, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tsunami.
Now, I like the one officer says, "Are you married?" "Oh no, I have a mistress." "A mistress?" "The sea." Here we go. Now he's talking about Poseidon.
Giving the bad call. He would have made a great Starfleet captain.
He would have. I mean, he sort of was one in Forbidden
Well, I was going to
Planet.
say, yeah, the Forbidden Planet was kind of the template for
Sort of
Star
like
Trek.
prototype stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, he would have been cool in Star Trek.
In fact, actually, some of the props were reused in Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, would have been neat if they had like on TNG, he was like an admiral that showed up like he was supposed
Right.
to be like a big deal from the past. That would have been neat.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Oh, she has another dress on.
I'm sure she packed more than one dress, Boomer.
Yeah, but why did she get one dress and then change for the party? Or
Well,
do we want to know the reason?
maybe they got a little close and then we got messed up. You know.
Or she just changed for dinner, because that's what you do.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know how much time has passed since she wore the blue dress.
Right.
Now, was that a dress or could it have been lingerie?
I don't know.
No, it was a dress.
It was pretty
Okay.
see-through, though.
I like to
In the
love, dummy.
poster- Yeah, in the poster, she's wearing that dress, and it's a long dress.
I would have said I would have liked to have been on this ship. It's a little smaller, a little more intimate.
I would have loved to have been on this ship. Well, except for the whole
Not-
tidal wave thing.
Except for the whole tidal wave.
The prior voyage when the tidal wave didn't happen. Gene Hackman, though, I like how he says, "Let's drink to love." That and that I kind of like that because it shows that he has a softer side. He can be down to earth and stuff. I did like that. So
Towering Inferno says, my mother told me that I was one of the first kids to be born where cars had seatbelts in the back seat. Her and my aunts, uncles, and other cousins didn't have seatbelts or car seats.
Yeah.
Yeah, car seats weren't a thing when I was a kid.
no,
You were held in your mother's arms when you drove.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember seats in the back of the car used to be in the back seat. They were just the ones that went over your.
I used to ride in the back
waist.
of pickup trucks to go like to a dump to throw stuff off the back of the truck for my uncle.
Yep.
We were always riding in the back of trucks.
And then somebody had to get all safety
Okay, so
conscious.
they are in the Med, okay, because they're northwest of Crete.
That actually does make sense then, yeah.
So that's
So this is all bad, right? This is.
yeah. Well, it's bad. They're running with little ballast, so they are top heavy. There's actually a case of the Queen Mary getting hit by a rogue wave once, and they said it was literally like a foot more, or like a certain degree, it would have tipped.
Wow.
But had just enough ballast to hold her.
And see, you would think with Shelley Winters on board, they'd be okay.
Oh, that's so.
That's wrong.
Shelley Winters was a beautiful woman. I mean, Sean Connery hit that, man.
Yeah, she was a Knight of the Hunter, right?
Sean Connery hit everything he could.
Yeah, but he did hit that.
Oh man, she was a Knight of the Hunter, right? That famous. I think that. Yeah. All right, 10 seconds. Hey, we get to say Happy New Year again.
Yeah. Happy New Year!
Happy 1973! Bring out the plaid!
Oh man. Bring out the turtlenecks. They're already out there.
I was going to say, it'd be nice if I can grow my hair back now.
Oh gosh, they were blowing off M80s all
Yeah.
last night.
Wow. We had bad fog in my area last night. It was nasty.
My great uncle Ralph once set off some dynamite sticks for
See, if you were
New Year's.
smart, you would turn it into the wave.
Okay,
Slice through it instead of hitting broadside.
Go Team Ghost Planet Go says, we both have a question. Is the world flooded in the film, or is there still land?
They're still
Oh
land.
no, yeah, they're just in the Mediterranean. They're going to get hit by a tsunami.
He's worried about the earthquake. No, it just hit their area. It didn't mess up the rest of the globe.
Yeah.
Although they could have totally done a sequel where that tsunami hits land and do a story about the tidal wave.
There was actually there was a sequel, of course, Beyond the Poseidon Adventure, where there's people go into the tipped over ship while it's still sinking.
Telly Savalas and Michael Caine. Oh, and what's her name? The famous actress.
Sally Field.
Sally Field, yeah. Michael Caine and Sally Field in that one.
But there was another proposed sequel where the survivors were on a train to go to like a
memorial or something,
like a hearing about the disaster. And there's an avalanche and it gets stuck in a tunnel.
Oh, for crying out loud! I mean, I'd be like, "Come on, seriously?"
Yeah,
there's a terrorist on board too.
It never saw the light of day, thank God.
And an outbreak of Spanish flu, right?
Yeah. They did do a remake, which I haven't seen.
There it is. Here comes the wave. Oh my God!
Look at that.
It's a monster.
You know what's even worse? It's a blue wave.
So you should.
It's a political joke. People laugh.
Okay, I'm just.
He's trying. Turn it.
Turn the boat around.
They should have been fighting. Oh, that probably wasn't written yet, was it? But like that Christmas tree.
I like that klaxon. Sounds like a someone going woo woo.
Now, the way they filmed this, they tilted the room. I think it was to 45, and then they switched everything to go upside down in it.
Wow!
And kind of kept filming. And then they turned it backwards or something like that.
Wow.
There was a big room. They literally
Well, if they're sideways when that hits them, it's just gonna knock them over. I think they would have been better off heading right into it.
That's what they were saying.
That's what they were trying to do.
It just didn't quite make it in time.
Nope.
I think you're better off going with the shift, right? Or maybe not.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's really, I'm sure there's a best case scenario, but
I think if you're trying to hold on to something, you could be in trouble in a little bit, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Like that guy just got
That's exactly right.
Oh!
Ouch!
Got hit by the piano. Oh!
And of course, they're about to have the iconic stunt.
Christmas tree, yeah.
Of the guy falling into the skylight.
Yep.
Oh, right.
Into the what?
Skylight.
You'll see. It's the iconic shot.
I think it's even in the poster, wasn't it?
It's some of them, yeah. It was a great. See that light there? The guy falls into that in a couple of seconds here. But it was his first stunt he ever did.
Wait, the chairs are stuck to the floor?
Bolted.
I mean, the tables?
Bolted, probably, because the...
Really?
Yeah. Oh!
Here it is.
Yeah.
You guys must be a couple seconds ahead of us.
Maybe.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, now we're in the dark.
What do you think? I think if that's one way to go, it's falling into that light, right? If you gotta go that way, right?
So he got electrocuted.
Evelyn Hampton says one of the following extras mouths a swear word. Yeah, I mean, it happened. And to a lot of them's credit, a lot of the actors in this film do their own stunts
Mm-hmm.
most of the time. It was kind of a badge of honor that they carried. The director praised him. He's like, these guys did everything we asked of them and more.
So we're to believe that only the people moving are the only survivors. Everybody else is dead.
No, no. You'll see. There's a lot more survivors.
Yeah, not that weren't in this dining hall. They also show up, I think, in Beyond the Poseidon Adventure when there's still people from, which maybe we don't want to talk about that one right now, but even in this, they run into other people going in a different direction. I think, right? Yeah. Oh, what? Flying around my...
Oh.
Yeah.
Red buttons.
Such a sweet moment, him covering the... Yeah. I read Jack Albertson and Shelley Winters hated each other.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And Pamela Sue Anderson and Red Buttons did not get along in the movie. They eventually got along later. Or was it Carol Lindley? It was one of them. No, it was Carol Lindley. That's right. But they used to talk about it when they would do like conventions and stuff.
Huh.
Because there was a fan base around these films. And when they would do signings and stuff, they would sit and talk, and they eventually kind of became friends and everything. But during the filming.
So we're seeing Gene Hackman's character stepping to act, right?
Yeah.
Right away.
Here comes Carol Lindley crawling along the floor in her short shorts.
Evelyn Hampton said the guy who fell for the skylight dropped the F-bomb.
I would too.
I mean, in fairness, if you're in that situation, yeah.
But what's funny is that was his first stunt. He was asked to do. They actually did a few test falls to show him it'd be fine, and he was fine. And because of that experience, he became a stuntman and a stunt coordinator.
Wow.
He quit acting to do that. He was an actor there. That was not him as a stuntman. He was an actor.
He's saying go to the lifeboat stations, and I'm thinking he probably doesn't realize the ship's upside down, does he? He was that out of it.
Okay, so who was that guy that he just covered up his face?
He was one of the officers. He wasn't the captain, obviously, but he was one of the I don't know if he was the... Yeah. Because, like, you get to sit with the captain there at the table, and other tables have different officers at them. This guy is the guy, he argued he was like the hotel manager. Like, this is actually a big hotel, so I'm really in charge of the ship, not the captain.
Yeah.
Same.
Like the cruise director or...
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Like he ran operations for the cruise.
Whoops.
She obviously was able to climb onto a table.
No, she was under the table when it tipped and she just held on.
Seems smart to me.
I would ask what she was doing under the table, but I don't think I want to know.
Don't even say. Wasn't she like dancing with that handsome guy or something?
Now, of course, Troy, you say that, but you do really want to know.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry. This is funny. I can imagine her like fall, and she just falls straight through it.
Yeah, right.
I believe in you.
You don't have much of a choice because there's.
Come on, you can understand. I mean, I'd be messing myself. Hello, legs.
I've jumped from higher.
Ooh.
Oh, the tree's coming down.
Tree.
See, you know, just like everybody else, taking a tree down on New Year's Day.
Did that tree crush anybody while it was falling down? Please stay where you are. Oh, look at it! It's my avatar.
It's my avatar.
He was Caesar in Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Before that, he played
Cornelius.
he played that character's father. Yeah,
Cornelius. But I love Conquest of the Planet of the Apes when he leads the revolution.
he played another chimp in the TV series, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Was that Cornelius again, or was it just a different, like one of the Cornelius?
Pretty sure it was a
family,
different
maybe?
one. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we like Roddy Mcdowell, right? He's got that great voice. He played the voice of the Mad Hatter on Batman the Animated Series. He was the Mad Hatter on that.
Well, because he play that role in the Batman 66?
No, he played Bookworm.
He was Bookworm.
Bookworm, right. Okay, right.
And another time where the kid knows something and no adult wants to listen.
Of course. Climbing up. It's a good idea.
Of course, not his first voice work. Remember, he did Vincent in The Black Hole.
Who did?
Roddy McDowell.
Did he?
Yeah. He
Another movie with Ernest Borgnine.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, people argue that they were making The Black Hole because of the popularity of Star Wars, but I think the reason that was made is that they wanted to set an Irwin Allen style movie in space.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. That's why you had a lot of Irwin Allen alumni in this.
And the ape he played in the TV show was named Galen.
Okay.
That's right, Galen. Yes, thank you.
That's a good name.
Yeah, I used to watch that show.
Galen was the name of the techno mage on that Crusade series, the Babylon 5 spinoff.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that was a nod to Planet of the Apes, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Sounds like the name of a wizard, right?
Okay, he'll kill you all. Gene Hackman really did chew this film up.
Yeah, he did.
He did it. He put a lot into it, as it were.
So I have a question. Would you get up on the tree and go up further in the ship, or would you stay there?
Yep.
You would go?
I think Gene Hackman could convince me if he said, "Trust me, I'm the greatest criminal mind of our time."
And if it's up to me, we'll find land.
Yeah.
And how are you going to keep it stable?
Hey, they
What?
they gotta do
It's like a
something.
big, gigantic ladder.
I think it's metal. I do think it's metal.
Yeah.
It's like aluminum, so it's not. It's
It's
a fake
like
tree.
it's like a grid outline.
So it's not a Douglas fir or anything. That's kind of a cheap tree, which makes sense because it was the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Make it aluminum, put some tinsel on it. Good
Great
enough.
big aluminum Christmas tree.
Akers is going to anchor it.
Yeah.
He liked the song they were playing, the one, "Give me a good Strauss waltz any day," and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
So Torgan Gay, Lex Luthor was trying to get rid of California and New Jersey. He was the true hero of that movie.
Oh, I'm from New Jersey. What are you doing?
Yeah, let's send the kid up first.
It's
that-
probably safer for him, actually.
Yeah. Plus, if it doesn't work,
Well, yeah, no big loss.
Well, basically, in order to get out of there, everyone has to go up there.
did
So
the kid offer like, "Hey, I've climbed 100 trees. I can do this, sir." He probably did that.
Well, he told me, he goes, "I need a monkey or something." And the
yeah.
kid's like, "Sure, no problem." I mean, he's a kid. I would do it too.
Those sideburns on red buttons. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Now I'm focusing on them. It's like It's like you stare into the abyss. The abyss are the sideburns, red buttons. I think it's. Oh wait, maybe it doesn't have sideburns. It's just dirt.
It's a cinch.
And watch this. He has her take off her dress.
Why doesn't she just tie the dress between her legs?
Well, she's got
She was
shorts.
wearing shorts underneath.
Yeah, she's got
Yeah.
shorts.
Okay.
She's got legs.
Those Daisy Dukes.
Before there were Daisy Dukes, yeah. This was also before her Playboy appearance.
Whose Playboy appearance? Not that I care. You
What's her name? Pamela Sue. What's her name? Nancy Drew.
know. Oh, okay. All right. Linda.
Like Stella Stevens once said, she wished she still had the panties that she wore. She could have put them on eBay and made a ton of money.
Are you
Yeah,
kidding
probably
me?
That's
True.
what she said. That yeah. Well, it's recorded that she said that.
Whatever. There are men that will pay money for bathwater online.
That's true.
I don't.
They'll pay for worse.
And have.
Yep.
We're staying right here.
And unfortunately, Nanette finds this stuff online and tells me about it. It's like, I don't need to know that.
What stuff?
What women sell to make money off of.
Hey, you found the first one. The
Well-
lady's bathwater.
Well, that was because of that the Asian couple that does the memes.
These two are sweet.
Yeah.
20 years. Oh, they were on the cruise for their anniversary?
Yeah.
No, that's worse.
Right about now, I think he's wishing that he had himself some fizzy lifting drink.
What's she trying to give him?
Some of her jewelry for their
Okay.
kids or grandkids. Yeah.
I gotta tell you though, I'd be wanting a refund for this cruise.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be a lot of lawsuits coming out of this.
Life is up there, and life always matters very much, doesn't it? He's right.
Yeah. And of course, he had the other girls take their dresses off. They don't ask that of Shelley Winters.
I'm
Well-
thinking that, yeah, I don't know.
In their case, it was just skirts they were removing. She's wearing a full-on dress. She'd literally have to strip down.
Those red buttons.
It's like, hey, I'm old and I'd still climb it.
Poor Ted.
My man had a mighty mullet and a great beard.
I was just going to say, you can't die. Those sideburns are just too powerful.
I feel bad for Ted. I mean, Ted was probably a nice guy, and now he's no longer with us.
And a great drummer.
Yeah.
And you know why they picked him to be
Why?
the brother? Because he had blue eyes like her.
Well, that makes sense, yeah.
The guy they were originally going to use didn't have the same color eyes, so they switched it. It's like, wow, that's kind of detailed, because you're probably not going to really get that close.
There's no morning after for him.
Right. I think that's the irony, right?
It'd be funny if he said that. There's not going to be a morning after. Oh, I'm sorry. That was.
Yeah.
Did you like his music?
Well, there's got to be a morning after, except for all of those that died.
They will not see tomorrow.
Right.
It'd be funny if like she transitioned to punk rock after this.
Right.
Experience, right.
Give her a push, she'll go
Shelley
up.
Winters gets stuck.
He's like not quite sure what to push.
I was like,
You know what you gotta push, just do it, okay?
But she's like,
uh.
what do you say?
What else could you do?
No,
Excuse me for getting so familiar.
It's kind of a hard climb.
I would think, yeah. I mean, it's not like those trees aren't exactly made for climbing.
It's like, don't look. She's got nothing on except for her panties.
The purser. Listen to the purser, right?
That's weird. Yeah. He's basically Gopher.
Wait, was that guy
Hold on,
removing
no.
jewelry from a dead body? Hold on. What did I
thought
see
he
there?
was
Oh, I guess I
wrapping
don't know.
somebody's wrist. But
Okay,
I could
wrapping
be wrong.
someone's wrist. Okay, I'm just.
I could be wrong because I only saw.
Maybe
a
that's
glance.
no. You might be right. I was
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
okay. So he knows he should leave, but he doesn't want to abandon these people.
Have you noticed that there's actually a very subtle tilting of the camera?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No fancy CG.
It's
no,
because
just-
if you think of the way the ship is, it is nose down a little bit.
Yeah.
So is Gene Hackman also a minister or a priest or something?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a reverend. Yeah.
And is old dude reverend priest guys basically telling him he's abandoning people?
No, he's saying he has to stay with the people that stay here because they're going to need someone probably in their final hours. He suspects they're going to die.
Yeah, he's a chaplain.
Yeah, he's yeah. Because he knows they shouldn't be staying there, but he will stay with them. How dare you call him a pompous ass? Because he is a pompous ass.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
You always in these films, you always get those naysayers, the ones who try to I can't think of the word. Disinfor. They put down the guy who's actually trying to save him.
Yeah.
Actually may have the better idea.
I get a kick out of Sir Torin here. Lex Luthor was trying to get rid of California and New Jersey. He was the true hero of that movie.
I know.
I read that earlier.
I'm sorry, I
He
just
read it
caught
earlier.
it.
He must have missed it, yeah.
It's
I was caught up
in
in the
hollow
movie.
tree. Otherwise, this never would have worked.
Now, it's weird. The Gene Hackman Reverend and the older chaplain fellow. I get the feeling that neither of them are wrong in this scenario. It's just
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, it's just if the
Someone needs to shepherd the people out, but for those that aren't going, someone needs to tend to them too.
Yeah.
But he's pleading with them, please.
Yeah, but they're about to have a little more incentive.
They're all turning their back. Did you see that?
Yeah. Well, that's good visual storytelling, right?
Yep.
Okay, dumbass, stop, stay there and die.
Oh, one of the most horrific scenes is about to happen.
And this is what you call timing, right?
Yeah.
And now suddenly, oh, okay, yeah, maybe he was right.
Yeah.
Too late, y'all.
It's like, where's that tree?
Yeah, they're all getting up on it now. Well, it's logical, right? That if the boat's upside down, you might want to get up top in case it starts sinking, right? I mean, there's a reason why the bottom's
now
the way they're on the top.
He's right. He's just saying, don't panic, because if they get too many on there, you know what's going to happen, right?
Yeah,
Yep,
saying one at a time, please.
Which is basically what happens.
He doesn't have anything to hold on to because he's holding on to the bottom of, the underside of the light.
Oh, no.
He tried.
What can he do?
Well, it came untied from wherever it was tied up.
Well, that's because there was like 12 people on the tree.
Yeah, he said, don't panic. One at a time. No, they all scrambled because they're all...
And the fact is, if they hadn't looked, it's not filling up that fast. They could have gotten out one at a time.
Yeah.
But they were doing every man for himself. And they
Yep.
didn't care.
But a very appropriate kind of visual there, him shutting the door behind him.
Yeah. That wincing that he's doing.
You have to. You have to. If you stay behind there, you're all going to die. That's basically what's going to happen. So it's got to be fun.
Now think about this. Okay, he knows the ship, but he's got to, in his mind, think about it upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't think about that. That's not a complicated.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know just from being on camera and trying to point, and I'm pointing the wrong way, you know?
He's every decision.
Yeah.
Reverend Scott makes. Rogo comes in with the alternate.
It's like, dude, there's this big swimming pool in the next level down. Go join those people.
Yeah, right.
Now, of course, him and Ernest Borgnine are butting heads now. So.
They are, but if you think about it, from each one's point of view, it kind of makes sense, right? I mean, he doesn't want him doing something stupid that's going to get himself and the others killed.
Now, the only thing I thought of is, do you know what a flash fire is?
Yeah.
Because I thought maybe he was a fireman. And so he's trying to let them know this is what could happen. But apparently that's not the issue. Yeah, because that sheet's really going to protect you, dude.
Well, in case it's hot and he's trying to open it.
Well, you'll learn a lot about fire in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, which I think in some ways is more brutal than this movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that the kitchen? Yeah, I guess so. Someone left the stove on.
Well, it could actually have been a whole lot worse. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy unite.
Oh.
It's like, ew.
Yeah, you gotta be walking across dead bodies too. That's not.
Hey, Joshua V. Lex Luthor is climbing through an upside down kitchen on fire that Cornelius led him to.
No. Hackman was in other movies. He was in Hoosiers. Remember?
He's only ever going to be Lex Luthor.
There you go. Describe a movie using
their
characters from other movies.
Mrs. Claus is with Grandpa Joe.
And the devil was Ernest Borgnine.
Right.
He looks like the devil now with the flames.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
Those eyebrows, let me tell you.
Am I supposed to know what Red Buttons was in besides this?
He was always a comedian.
Yeah, he was in a
Okay.
lot of stuff.
Okay,
He did
so
a lot
he's
of
like,
vaudeville stuff.
okay,
Just
So
before your time, Boomer.
okay.
Yeah,
A real Boomer would know him.
Nearer, nearer thy God to thee. Oh, that's from the Titanic, right? Yeah, that's what you're saying. The time to start singing that, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Red Buttons was actually in another disaster movie called When Time Ran Out.
Sir Torn, Lex Luthor is climbing a tree with Roseanne's grandma and a mermaid man. And he's not wrong.
So is the impression I get they're going to pair up Red Buttons with the young singer woman?
Yeah.
How much older is he than her in this? I'm just curious.
Because he's a kid that ran all over the ship, so he knows where everything is, idiot.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Ooh, that looks bad. Thank you.
Is that Roddy McDowell's character has
Do
the
I have
big
a bottle
dash?
of water down that side?
Yeah.
Okay. Fine, I grabbed another one. I couldn't remember what I did with it.
Red Buttons is approximately 23 years older than she is.
Oh well, that's not awful.
Anyway, this is starting to look familiar. Maybe I have seen this movie.
I'd be surprised if you
Yeah,
hadn't.
you
It's been
probably
on
did
TV
at
a
one
lot.
point. This is
Okay, I was very young in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were showed on TV a lot too, though. Like
Yeah.
Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, it was on throughout the 70s and 80s.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still pops up every now and then.
I totally got the impression she was just doing that. Oh, okay. She saw something that upset her.
Oh, someone got cooked. That's disturbing. Okay.
Well, he is in the kitchen, so
That was the cook.
yeah. The cook got cooked.
You know,
You know,
think,
she does have nice legs. They
Think
both
there-
do, actually.
think there are any lobster tails lying about that are fully cooked? You can just have a snack while.
Right. Well, they weren't when the tsunami hit, but they are now.
I'm eating a dinner on this fancy cruise line. I want a lobster tail. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Up the down staircase.
We're going to get Shelley Winters up there.
Slowly.
Give me a second. Let me see what I can find.
Try the other doorknob. You only tried one.
Well, he read the script. He knows it's locked. Oh, that's clever. That's clever.
He does not like giving orders or getting orders given to him.
Yeah. That's actually very clever.
Yeah.
Did he injure his arm or something?
His leg.
Oh, kick him back down the stairs.
What? Hey, he might be
Being a jerk.
useful. He knows he works on the ship, right?
Not him. Ernest Borgnine. He's being a jerk.
Well, yeah,
He's an alpha, and so
Yeah.
is
Gene Hackman.
the Reverend. Yeah, so they're butting heads.
Two bulls locking horns. That's what's going on here. You know,
It's kind of like Johnny and Daniel.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they're both right and they're both wrong.
If anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, Cobra Kai.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That don't look good.
That's
how they get
my
around-
face. He was making the face of my avatar.
Yeah.
That I've had enough. Can I get off the ship now?
My dress is sliding up my butt. Ooh.
They're not even at the stage where they can risk the sea because they can't get out. I should read the book this was based on.
It's probably better.
Well,
Okay,
you
do
never know.
Not read the
Books
sign that
usually
says
are.
danger.
Well, I hate to break
They-
this to you, but danger's everywhere at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
The,
Danger has become a very relative term now.
I did read that when Stella Stevens was kind of getting into the role, Irwin Allen asked her. It was either Irwin Allen or the director asked her if she had read the book, and she's like, "No." And he's like, "Well, good, don't, because if you do, you're not going to like your character."
Oh.
Because they actually, some of the characters are written a little differently,
Yeah.
and there are a few that are combined. There were other characters in the book.
Sure. When you want to condense a bigger story into 2 hours, you gotta,
Right.
condense it a bit.
What's coming through?
No one closed the door behind them? There's only 3 of you left. Slow
And in
going.
fairness, I mean, if you have to, you just float up with the water.
I don't know though.
It's not like it's acid or something.
I don't know. What if there's like electrical outlet or something?
Well, no, yeah, you do
Somebody
you do make a
smack her.
good point there.
Screaming women make me crazy.
And dead bodies floating.
Yeah, that's one thing I can say about Netter. In a crisis, she doesn't scream. I did say in a crisis, she doesn't scream.
We've been married almost 30 years. Have you ever heard me scream? Oh, except for the time when the mouse almost jumped on my hand. Just because I was startled.
I don't even remember that.
When they turned on that horse barn.
Oh, right.
2 streets down, and
I
the mice were
could-
coming in. We got one in the house, and it almost jumped on my
Yeah,
hand.
yeah.
I could take this conversation really weird places, but I'm not.
That's kind of what I was inferring, but she kind of stepped over the joke, so.
Yeah. Because that was all said to go. Troy,
Yep.
you can't make her scream. And you're doing
Exactly.
something wrong. But I'm not going to say that.
You just did.
I guess I'm more mature than some of these ladies because I don't scream. It's like, you see something icky, you deal with it.
Actually, I don't think Shelley Winters screamed.
No, she hasn't. But the young chick I want to smack.
Yeah.
To
Morning
be
after
fair,
chick needs to go.
I'd be screaming probably. I'd be saying, "We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die."
To which I would have to say, "Can it, you nit!"
Yeah.
That'd be funny if you had the cast from Willy Wonka.
Oh,
in
that's
this.
Right.
rude.
The whole cast.
What?
Former hooker said she didn't want to be stuck behind Shelley Winters because in case she got stuck or something.
Yeah, these people they're not the nicest people in the world, and they are in a
Not.
crisis.
Yeah.
So
They're just freaking rude.
there is this cutthroat kind of thing that can happen.
Yep, I'll be filling up your butt the whole time.
Or at least enjoying the view.
The water's coming through
Two
again.
peas in a pod.
Don't
It's
look
like
behind
you
you.
can't shut a door behind them to. Well, I guess not. If that was an open
Yeah.
gangway.
Listen, did I mention to you that I'm a haberdasher?
Yeah.
Sure would be nice if I had someone at home that could have a hot meal waiting for me when I got there. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. What is a haberdasher again?
A hat maker.
A hat maker.
See, I would have closed that hatch. That would at least kept the water from falling on that.
And that's the other. If I was Red Buttons, I'd be like, must go faster, must go faster.
See, I'm imagining that if he had not gone on the cruise, the haberdasher would have been accosted by one of the gangs from Death Wish in his store or something. Give us the money, man. He does it.
Is she barefoot?
I don't know. Is that water boiling? Is that what I'm getting the impression from with all the
It sure
steam
looks
coming out?
like it, yeah.
It could be, yeah.
Uh-oh. So don't look down.
And we're not supposed to be looking up, right?
I have no interest in seeing
She's
her
wearing the
panties.
heels still.
Well,
I wouldn't walk around
yeah.
barefoot.
It'd be better than being barefoot.
Can you
Yeah.
break the heels off, maybe?
I was going to say it might be advantageous to break the heels off, yeah.
Because don't get caught in something. That's... I wonder if the good Reverend has any idea where they're supposed to go, or if he's just winging it.
He's winging it.
I think
Up,
he's
go
winging
up.
it. Yeah, go up. Yeah, that's better.
I mean, it's actually kind of like one of those adventure video games. Well, there's only one way to go, I guess.
Yeah, it's
I guess I got to go this way.
It's like Donkey Kong. Gotta go up.
Yep.
Don't look down. Don't look down.
Ooh.
Don't mind it. Don't mind it. Just
Don't mind
climb.
what the scalding water at the bottom.
Right,
of the
exactly.
thing.
Tell my sister.
It's like my uncle. Like I wished him a birthday, and I sent him like a e-card, and it had a dinosaur on it. I was like, "Well, I didn't mean that you're a dinosaur. I didn't
Yeah.
mean you to take it that way." I thought.
Well, no, and she actually took it the right way. She's
No,
like,
I-
"Oh, you this is what you're so concerned about, that you'd have offended me?" You're a good kid.
Sit back and kick.
Yep.
It's kind of like that movie Aliens without the aliens.
Okay.
I just with the crawling in the ducks and everything.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
It's like Die Hard. If Die Hard was a New Year's Eve film.
Oh, so Torgling is. I mean, he'd have to know Bronson in that series, Death Wish Rule number 86. To know Charles Bronson is to die. Yeah. Plus, he's
Yeah.
the nice, kindly old haberdasher that
Right.
trying to run an honest business. And Paul Kersey would shop there. He's friends with him, right?
Who wears short shorts?
Better get up there. Okay. That's a nice jacket he has, huh? It's gold, right?
Yeah, kind of like the. Like
It's kind of a dirty gold.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably nicer when he had it on earlier. Explosions.
Oh, what's blowing up now?
Okay. Oh! Don't.
Climb.
Jeez.
Just climb.
Well, I guess it's not boiling.
Yeah, because I thought Ernest Borgnine bit the big one.
I think it's like just Russian. It's
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
moving.
Yeah, he doesn't even have blisters or nothing, so.
All right.
But it is starting to fill up now.
So I guess she couldn't find Roddy McDowell.
No.
no. This is where we lose Roddy.
You have to give all the actors credit. They must be freezing.
Yeah, good point.
This
If
this
you
must
don't
have,
move, we're gonna die. Move your butt.
this must have been an uncomfortable production to work on. This is, he's actually good in a crisis. I pick on red buttons here, but he is.
And
good
what
in a
he's
crisis.
basically saying is put one foot in front of the other.
No, it's like if you have a task that is so stressful and monumental, just tell yourself, just what is the thing you have to do to get to point B, and,
Right.
and then don't worry about C or D yet. Just get
Yeah.
to this next step.
Yep.
If it's just one rung at a time, do it. That'll get you where you need to go. Yes.
There, go join your brother. Bink.
Oh, God, you're terrible.
Is she the hippie character?
Yeah,
Just
the one
curious.
who was singing the awful song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Why are they walking? Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is an interesting scene.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're walking on a decline. They're going down.
Yeah.
Okay. He's arguing that the section they're going to is gone, so they have to go this way. So we're going forward.
You're all gonna die.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And here, I'm waiting. I know I've seen this before, but is Ernest Borgnine going to start arguing? We should be going with them. I don't- Oh no!
Yeah, because he did try going in after him. See, this is the way people used to talk. I've had just about enough out of you. My response would be, well, tell me when you've had enough.
It wasn't anyone's fault. The ship
Yeah.
flew up. I think steam flew in his face or something.
Yeah.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
It's like it wasn't Borgnine's fault.
He'd find his new calling as plot device. Yeah.
We're on an angle, dumbass. Of course it's underwater.
Yeah,
Fine,
their
you go
argument
with
was
them.
the place that they're trying to go to up top blew up and they can't go in there now. I don't know. These people decided to drown, so that's all right. Okay. Ah!
It's actually pretty reasonable. Okay, start the stopwatch.
I read they filmed this movie like in order so that the clothes remained as grimy as they got along the
Yeah,
way.
Interesting.
that's
They,
a great way to keep continuity.
I would think, yeah, this would be terrible to play continuity if you were shooting things out of order.
I don't really know enough about the anatomy of modern ships, but What are they looking to get into, like the bilge or something?
I guess I think the idea is they're trying to get as far up top because otherwise they're going to drown. You understand?
Right.
Like,
No, I get that, but they're right.
I think you're trying to get to where the screws are.
Yeah. But then, it's like someone else said earlier, then how do you open it up? You'd need like an iceberg or something.
Blowtorch.
Yeah.
Because the other guy's an idiot.
And she's like been jonesing for him, right?
Yeah, kind of. I think she's got a thing for him. So, Al, did you actually see this in the theater when it came out? Was it on, or you saw it caught on TV later on?
I did see it in the theater.
Oh wow! Okay, cool.
I remember.
Was this like the movie to go see? Like, did families go and see this? Was this?
Yeah, I think so. But I do remember seeing this. I remember seeing Towering Inferno, which we'll be watching in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And if I remember, I saw them in the Leonardtown Theater? That's not there anymore, but... I know on Facebook there's a page called You're from St. Mary's County When or If or something like that. And someone asks, like, if one thing could be that's not in the county anymore would return, what would you want? A lot of people said the drive-in movie theater.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, we had
Ew.
What?
What fella?
It was just some water.
Or you hope it's water.
What if it's just some guy's guts falling out of him and falls all over his face?
Acid blood. Oh, wait. We already established this.
Oh,
as
whatever.
aliens.
It's not aliens. They could have aliens on a cruise ship. That could have been Alien versus Predator 3, The High Seas or something, right? I'm sorry.
I'm getting sick and tired of these MF and aliens on this MF and cruise ship.
Yeah, you have Samuel Jackson in it. It's like, give me the captain, right?
Right.
Evelyn Hampton saw the Towering Inferno in the theater. The audience cheered as soon as Steve McQueen showed up.
Oh, yeah.
He was a big deal.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah.
Is this the engine room or the bridge?
This is the Barber Shop. It's actually a good idea, right?
Yeah. I've actually seen some do it that way.
Wouldn't be
Also,
surprised.
Some will use a candle and burn the hair off.
Yep.
I saw a guy do it with an axe, and he ended up cutting it so horribly. It's like, this is why you don't follow things you find on TikTok.
I just heard when he made that joke about the haircut, I just heard Jesse Ventura's voice say, "No one appreciates your jokes, old man." Like he would totally take the wind out of this. Oh no.
I wonder if someone was getting a haircut when the boat started to tip over.
Probably.
Can you imagine what that haircut turned out like?
No, a close shave.
It did look like there was blood running down that wall.
Well, but who would be getting a haircut and a shave just after midnight.
One willing to pay for.
Oh,
it.
good
Hey.
point. Good point.
Well, let's put it this way. At my daughter's wedding,
I like
my
this
ex,
scene.
my ex decided to shave off his mustache right in the middle of the wedding.
Right in the middle of the reception, yeah.
What?
Yeah, so you see pictures of him with a mustache, and then pictures of him later with no mustache. And my daughter was even like, "What the hell did you do to your face?" And he's
Yeah.
like, "Well, I
This is-
shaved. I wanted to look better."
This inspired my
You do
thumbnail.
that before the wedding.
Ha! I love this.
Yeah.
This is the funniest scene. It's like, so how the heck am I supposed to do this?
At this point, pee on the floor.
Right.
Is he drinking champagne?
Sure, why not?
Maybe it's bottled water. Maybe it's sparkling water or something. I don't know. Boy,
You're an inhuman monster.
I was thinking the same thing.
there's a lot of yelling in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like yelling.
I guess we actually get a villain in Towering Inferno with Richard Chamberlain, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Robin's the boy.
Yeah.
Batman. Robin.
Yeah.
Christopher Robin. Christopher is his first name, so never mind.
Where are you little bastard?
Keep going.
That was that. Oh.
Why does no one ever close doors behind them?
It won't make much of a difference.
Yeah.
It'll help a little.
Maybe.
Like if they close that door.
That's what he's getting ready to do. Come on, come on.
Imagine if the Ernest Borgnine character closed the door before they got there.
Bye-bye.
They didn't make it.
Now he closes it. I got the kid. Bang.
I mean, he may be a butthead, a little bit of an
Yeah.
asshole, but he's not a dick.
And at this point, he can't close it. The
Yeah,
pressure
too
would be
much
too
pressure.
much.
But is their engine room really the way out?
Who knows?
So I
Well,
guess
Okay,
they're not.
so at least they closed
we-
that one, yeah.
I mean, I could give away a spoiler to Nanette, but you will find out soon.
Yeah.
Oh, Nanette, you don't know the ending of this movie. What happens is that they put some. As soon as they get to the top, they put these chains on the boat from the outside, and they reverse it and pull it.
Yeah, right.
It tips back over.
Then they got to start climbing the other way, right? This would have been a whole lot easier if they had portal guns.
Yeah, probably.
I have seen this movie. They're going to have to swim underneath to another section, all holding their breath, and some of them are like, "But I can't swim." Well, I'd be kind of screwed because I can't swim. Someone would have to pull me along.
Oh.
Oh, is that all?
17 then.
And the fact is, the whole point was through this whole thing, she's so heavy, right? Underwater, that don't matter.
Well, buoyancy matters if anything.
Well, yeah, that's
But
true.
they rewrote this scene. I think she was actually originally asked to go through, and Gene Hackman or somebody said it doesn't look good for us to put the lady in danger or something like that.
True.
So they rewrote. Ugh.
Get out of my way.
I swear, this really is like, a video game, right?
It surprises me with as many genres in video games, you don't see that many attempts to make a disaster video game where you're a character just trying to survive a disaster scenario. I mean, I think there are a couple of attempts, but it's never been something that took off. Like,
seriously though, doesn't this look like Subnautica?
Sure.
I wouldn't make it.
Team Ghostman thinks this film is fun as heck. Well, for us, not for the people in it. But
Yeah, right. I think our commentary might lend a little something to it too.
except for Red Buttons, who may get a nice relationship out of this.
A creepy one, but I mean, whatever. Oh.
Oh,
That is not good.
Oh. Go.
Oh, actually, in this case, that might actually help him.
There she goes.
I like that. You think I'm planning to be careless?
And I like how she does the swimmers.
And she did it very well, too. Oh, that ain't him. Never mind.
Just filming the underwater scenes had to be complicated, right?
Couldn't have been easy.
Yeah, I would have died.
Yeah, no, drowning not a way I'd want to go.
Oh, I just saw her granny panties.
Yeah, well, she's saving the day.
Yeah. Now this is where if I were her, I'd have said, "I told you so."
Oh man. Be funny if like some electric eels like got in here, right?
Turned into Electro.
Yeah, right.
Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me.
Or suddenly there's like sharks swimming through the hall.
Yeah. I remember playing the original Resident Evil game on PlayStation 1 and
Oh, don't even suggest sharks. Evelyn's in the chat. She'll be like, "Oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea. A sci-fi original."
She plugged or something?
No, she had a heart attack.
oh no. Yeah, this is sad.
Yeah, it is.
After all that, and she dies?
Was it the stress of the situation just became too much? I guess.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's bring on the sharks.
Actually, I think that she still qualifies for the championship.
Darn right she does.
Give this to Manny and tell him to give it to our grandson.
Man.
Oh, this tears him up.
Yeah.
Well, it's sad. Baby got back.
And, you know, it's really not really worth fighting over if they all have to go that way anyway.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're all going to have to do this.
Yeah, they're kind of committed to the strategy
Right?
that they have chosen. It was a very sad scene. She was nominated for a supporting actress Oscar for the role.
Rightly so.
Yeah. Yeah, this film was nominated for a lot of stuff. Supporting actress, art design, cinematography, costuming.
What won Best Picture that year?
Let's see. Godfather.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
That's
right?
going to slay everything. That's Godfather.
Yeah, it was Godfather, Cabaret, Deliverance, The Immigrants, and Sounder. Those were the...
Sounder?
Yep.
Never heard of Sounder.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Sounder was another one based on a book.
That might be a project. Go look up Academy Award nominations you've never heard of and watch them, right?
It's a story of an African-American sharecropper family in the Deep South who struggle with economic stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no. Tell him nothing. He's right. It's harsh, but you just got to tell them all to get here, because...
I like that. You guys had a lot of guts, lady.
Yep.
Yep, she was a good woman, made a selfless act.
Well, and think about it.
It ends up basically saving them all.
I was just going to say that. She didn't just save Gene Hackman. I mean, indirectly, she saves them all. So it's not like she died in vain or anything.
No.
No, she died in water.
Smart ass. I should have known someone would say that.
And there's the door they're going to go out. I did see this movie.
He didn't lie.
That's true.
Get in there, kid.
course, there's a couple of remakes of this. There's Poseidon, which is a big budget, and then there was the Poseidon Adventure again.
Which was a TV mini.
Yeah, it was like a weird. Yeah, it was like a little different or something. I never saw it. So that one has Adam Baldwin, I think, is in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I should check out the remakes. I'm just curious. I always meant to catch the bigger budgeted remake, because I think Dennis Quaid was in it and some other actors, but I never.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
You can't swim at all? No, I can't. You think she's going to have to get some therapy after all this?
Probably. I think they all will, in a way. Mr. Torrance said Kurt Russell, not Dennis Quaid. I think Richard Dreyfuss was in it as well.
Oh, right. Okay. Kurt Russell's a good actor.
And a heck of a Santa Claus.
Yep.
He was in Deepwater Horizon, that one I mentioned.
Mr. Goldie Hawn.
He was one of the engineers telling them, hey, you may not want to be drilling there unless you do proper testing. Then John Malkovich is like, kept standing in his way, because John Malkovich plays heels a lot, doesn't he? Oh, no.
Yeah. He's suspected, though.
Yeah, he knew.
Oh. He didn't get to say goodbye either. That's what's sad.
Well, in fairness, she was trying to say goodbye to him a bunch of times throughout this. Oh, he's a good actor.
He is.
Yep. Still got her heels on.
Yeah. And at least there's fire to warm them up and dry off.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
That's probably the only way I would have made it through, is if somebody pulled me through. Because I can't swim either.
You never learned?
Nope.
Wow.
All my sisters learned, but when it came time for me to learn, they didn't bother to teach me.
Ouch.
I was the youngest, and there's a lot of stuff they didn't teach me. They never taught me how to drive either. Bless you, bye.
Yeah. And Charlie doesn't get to see the factory.
Yeah, is that his grandson, right? He goes
Right,
back.
exactly.
You know, it's all the stuff he went through here is why he was bedridden.
Yeah, that's it. That explains
Would
it.
you want to leave your bed after this experience?
I tell
Right?
Nope, not getting out today. It's fine. I'll watch the Merv Griffin show. That's all I need. That's leaving.
But we can't really climb on it because it's a matte painting. So we got to go over to the set where they've built this.
All right, you got to leave her behind, dude.
But I get where he's at. How can I leave her?
How can he
You
leave?
know?
Yeah, I mean that was the thing. You'd want to listen, can't even take the body with him to give her a burial.
At this point, don't you think people would be on a first name basis?
What?
I said, at this point in time, don't you think they'd all be on a first name basis?
I don't know. An older man, you still are showing him respect regardless.
True. When I was a substitute teacher, there were still a couple teachers that used to teach me, and I had a hard time calling them by their first name.
Yeah, I can imagine. I got to know teachers outside of school even after I left, and I couldn't call them by their first name.
Yeah.
Even when they'd say, "You can call me by my first name," but do I have to?
Yeah.
No, I guess
know.
not.
Are they not waiting for him? It's like, first we go up, now we're going down. Make up your mind.
One thing I've been paying very close attention to is whenever they're on stairs, like in this kind of a situation, the steps could literally be either way, so it's not weird that they're upside down.
Oh, and of course you get a good chance to hear the theme, which is John Williams.
Yes,
That's
yes, it
true.
is. John Williams did a lot of work with Irwin Allen.
Yeah,
It was Irwin Allen before it was George Lucas.
that's true. All right.
Oh,
Oh,
come
boy.
on. He's got to catch up. Wait for him.
Yeah, because he did Towering Inferno as well.
I'm
And-
telling you. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, and before this, of course, he did the soundtrack for Lost in Space.
That's true. I don't know. We didn't have a character in this running ahead that says, "Screw you, screw all of you," like trying to save himself. That would have been a mod. I wonder if in the remake you had that, like you had some character like that. Like,
I remember this catwalk scene,
Yeah.
and I remember the underwater scene. That's how I know I've seen this before.
You're right. There is always a character who's like, out for himself, didn't care about anyone else, and would throw someone off if it meant saving himself.
Yeah.
But he had a delicate back.
yeah, you might run into that. Maybe we run into that in Towering Inferno. I'm not sure.
Oh, definitely. Well, the bad guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Richard Chamberlain's character. That's right.
To be or not to be.
All right, you better get across.
Oh,
there.
I'm sorry. That was Christopher Plummer. Never mind. The little bastard was right.
How'd you know I was born out of wedlock? That's what I get to say. Oh no!
Oh,
Oh,
she made it that far.
Yep.
Again, not really his fault that happened.
Right.
Yeah,
Just like it wasn't Borgnine's fault that Roddy McDowell fell in. It's just,
Right.
He's got to lash out at something now.
You have a chance. It doesn't mean an absolute.
You're a prostitute.
Oh, come on. Give her some grace.
The old man behind you just lost his
Right.
wife.
Exactly.
that's true. They did not build this ship that well.
No,
Well, they certainly didn't plan it to be upside down underwater.
Well, that needs to be a contingency in future designs.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's like, right, how do I get
like
through
I
that?
said, she was an old ship. She was going to be scrapped. They may have been, trying to nip and tuck a few places here and there on her too.
Like gum on some of the pipes, right? Oh, here we go. Now he's yelling. This is... No, don't do that.
I don't think there's been a single time in this movie where there hasn't been yelling. I'm tired of it.
Well, but you kind of understand it. They're kind of emotionally,
And to his credit, he did that stunt.
Is this his moment? Take me for them. Is that what it is?
No. He's going to keep fighting. It's just...
Yeah, they had to.
Yeah.
He had.
Oh, he just say, take me.
So he did this bit
Open that
hanging there
valve.
on
Yes.
this wheel? Wow. Like Ninja Warriors. It's got to be slippery.
That's true. Oof.
He is in a bad place.
Yeah, that is not an easy situation to be in.
There he goes.
Yep.
But he's in water.
He's on fire. I don't
Yeah.
know.
That actually is one of the things people talk about, is that there was a good chance he could have survived that.
Yeah.
But think of what he was doing before that.
Yeah.
His shoulders were shot.
Yep.
Always negative, always destructive.
Yeah. There you go. If
That
it gets you
won't come up.
moving, then it is enough.
Would life insurance cover any of these deaths? I'm just curious.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
I would think so.
Yeah. It's probably, it might even fall under ADD if they have that in their policy. But there's also going to be the civil lawsuits too. So
yeah, the families of some of these guys are going to be making some bank.
yep.
Is this supposed to be based on a true story?
No.
Oh.
No.
Well, I mean, it's based on a real ship. Incidents like this, similar to this, have happened, but not,
You take a little Titanic, a little Andrea Doria, a couple things that happened to the Queen Mary where she almost tipped over.
Yeah.
And you just kind of,
USS Arizona.
That's 1 inch of steel.
Hey, this could be the same Ernest Borgnine for the Devil's Reign. He turned to the
Yeah.
Dark Lord to get his wife back, right? And he sold his soul.
It doesn't all have to be a shared universe, you know.
I think it does.
Evelyn Hampton said, "Watch news of the Andrea Doria collision the day it happened."
Oh wow. Too late. Oh, the beautiful son. Oh, he was right.
Yep.
So the preacher is right.
Again, really good visual storytelling. You get a shot of each one of their faces.
Yeah, after undergoing what they've been.
Yeah.
And they actually got through the ship because the kid had been exploring everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep, he knew that ship.
And you kind of get your inventory of who your characters were that made it through.
So to get back to the States, are you going to be flying or taking a boat?
I like that little look back of and everything.
Oh no!
Yeah, they're going to take a flight. It's going to be Airplane 73.
Poor Ernest Borgnine, he's finally letting it hit him. What happened to his wife?
Yeah.
It's awful.
No, because they literally all marched off into the water.
Yep.
And then they all start screaming and then knocking into each other.
Right.
I'll be like, I am never taking a flipping cruise again.
Right?
They originally had planned a shot of like rescue boats and everything, but they kind of ran out of money.
Yeah.
So they just did this shot with miniatures on the back lot.
That's fine. There you go.
And that is the Poseidon Adventure. But,
Evelyn said between this movie and CV turning ships into petri dishes, I'll never take another cruise.
Yeah, just like I said, just like Jaws makes you not want to swim. Airport makes you never want to get on a plane. This one, you never want to get on a cruise ship.
Well, I'll tell you, and all the news that I've been hearing about that Disney Star Wars, Galactic Cruise or whatever, it's like everyone's saying, yeah, this is even more expensive than a Disney cruise, and it doesn't even leave and go anywhere.
Didn't they have a Star Wars cruise as well, though?
Oh, I'm sure they did. They've done. Everybody's had like cruise. There was a Trek cruise. There was all different kinds of conventions on cruise.
Yeah, it's
cruise
called
lines.
Sea Trek.
Sea Trek, yeah.
Filmed in Panavision.
I have a question. Does the scene in Klingon Hamlet when he's looking at the skull of Yorick, does he then use the skull to beat somebody to death?
That would be funny. I actually have a Klingon skull that would absolutely be used in Hamlet for that scene. Absolutely.
Leslie Nielsen as the captain.
The captain. Yep, just simply the captain.
Well, that's what it said on his hat.
Yep.
That's all he needed to be known as. Well, that is the Poseidon Adventure. I hope everybody who watched along with us enjoyed that. So, guys, what'd you think? Seeing it again after such
it holds up. It really holds up.
It does hold up. It definitely is 70s. You can't avoid wardrobe and hairstyles in a lot of these films.
Yeah.
But the story, the action, the music, it's a great film. And like I said, the first of 3 Irwin Allen disaster films. The next one in 2 weeks on the 15th, we'll be watching The Towering Inferno. So we go from water to fire. And then kind of sort of like an earthy B element for the third one. So yeah, we're getting real elemental. with a lot of this stuff.
I can honestly tell you I've never seen Towering Inferno.
Awesome.
No, I've seen that one too, but I've never seen that third one, the Swarm one or whatever.
I have not either. I'm kind of wondering if I should watch it before we do the watch. Or
yeah, you could. It's a long one though. It's like 2.5 actually.
Yeah, it's a good one. It'll still be fun. Even bad films can be fun to watch.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
With people.
Some bad films are really good. Not bad.
But
Michael Caine's in The Swarm.
Yep.
He's the leading man in that movie.
Huh.
Cool.
Paul Newman's the leading man in Towering Inferno.
Well, actually, that's debatable.
Well, yeah, but Steve McQueen shows up later.
But did you know the controversy between that?
No.
McQueen and Newman. Let's just say they were like the Reverend and Rogo. They were very alpha.
Huh.
And if you notice, if I remember correctly, one of them, I forget which one, gets the top billing, their name first, but the second one gets their name higher.
Yep.
Look at the poster, and they had to hash that out with their managers and all this other stuff in the studio.
Yeah, Troy and I actually watched a YouTuber talk about that. Or why they place the names the way they do, because it's like if you got people like that fighting for top billing, they just stagger their names.
Yeah, because it could drive, if you're OCD, it could drive you crazy when you see a bunch of the, like a movie poster that's got a bunch of the cast on it, but the names above them do not line up. And I'll
give you a great example. Disney's Three Musketeers.
Yep.
None of the names match. Well, I mean, the names don't match the people above that are in there.
And it's specifically because there's they had to negotiate and work out who gets first billing, who gets top billing, who is in the front of the people, who's on the left side, who's on the right side.
Look at Superman. Christopher Reeve is the third build behind Hackman and Brando.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Sir Torrin points out that William Holden got in on that controversy. He was supposed to be on equal billing with McQueen and Newman, but no, he didn't get it.
Yeah, I mean, even the font size is gets involved. It's crazy what some of these actors.
And then every now and again, you'll have a situation where someone will forego any billing at all, and sometimes it's a big surprise when they show up somewhere in the film. You know?
Yeah, that's always pretty cool. But so that's in 2 weeks. But next week on Netters Network's Retro Cinema Presents, what are you presenting?
Well, since it's Troy's birthday that week, I am letting him pick the film, and he picked...
I picked If You Could See What I Hear, starring Mark Singer.
Wow. That is a reach one. Do I have that? I think I do.
I am let's cross our fingers. I hope I'm not jinxing it, but I did find a link for it online because it's not, in quotes, streaming anywhere. There is a YouTube link for it. But if worse comes to worse, I'll do the Discord thing so you guys can see it. But I think we'll be able to accommodate you guys with a YouTube link.
Do I have it under draw? I'm trying to find. I think I might have it, but I might not.
Based on a true story, the life of Tom Sullivan. It's about a blind guy, and it's.
If you could see what I hear.
You see, yeah, you even know the theme, yeah.
Hey, look. My socks, so I had them on the right feet.
Yes,
you asked, there's no such thing. Do you see my friend? Yeah. Can you lead me to him? I want to kill him. Oh, yeah, what's that?
It's a great film. It's a great film. I do know that.
Good. Yeah, no, I haven't. I saw it about 5-6 years ago when Netter got me a DVD of it, but, and it was, she'd never seen it before. And I'm like, God, I loved this movie when I was a kid. I watched it so many times on cable. Now that I think about it.
Okay, yeah, it looks like I found it on the side.
Yeah, so if you found the one that I found, it says it's like 2.5 hours long or something like that because it's really weird. It goes all the way through the whole movie to the end of the closing credits. And then it starts up again, like in the middle of the movie. So obviously, you're not going to watch. Well, I mean, you can do whatever you want. I'm just saying we would only watch it to the end of the credits and then be done with it.
Although it's not kind of. This might be a bad link too. So we'll see. Well, I mean, one way or another, like I said, might have to Discord it. We'll see.
Yeah, if necessary. But I think I got a link that might work for us. We'll see. Anyway, that's the plan. Anyway. Tomorrow night, over on Age of Boomers channel, for Geeky Geezers.
Oh, right? That's me.
Yeah, that's you, Boomer.
No, we're going to be doing our winners.
I wasn't going to call you Clark Kent. I'm going to call you Superman when we're on a stream, right?
We're going to do winners, losers, and
prediction.
Big prediction for 2022.
Yep.
I got mine. It's a doozy.
I've got a couple of them.
You got a couple of them.
Yeah. Well, because one of them isn't.
We just shark. That's a few. That's
Shark 2.
That's a little.
Electric Boogaloo will come out. Okay.
We Shark 2 Electric Boogaloo. I love it.
Yes.
Oh God, I should do a rewatch of Breakin'. That would be great.
Breakin'.
Yeah, I love those movies.
Hey, you're getting to the bees in your collection, aren't you?
That's true, but I'm not sure that I have it on DVD.
How did that happen?
I know, right? It's one of those ones that you don't think about, It's like, wait, we don't have that in our collection. We got to get that one.
I'm looking forward to when we finally get Blue Brothers.
Under B for Breakin'.
Well, Breakin' 2 is Electric Boogaloo.
Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo, yeah.
Yes.
There's no stopping us. No stopping.
Wait,
no
is that
one
with
does it better.
the black guy who thought he was Asian and wanted to...
No. That's the Last Dragon. That's another one we got to definitely do. Show enough.
Yeah, that was funny.
Show enough.
Yeah. And do we have anything going on? Oh, no. Tuesday over on Mr. Matchstick's channel is Culture Fortress, right?
You got your subject picked out?
I do, but I'm gonna leave it as a surprise for when you guys see the thumbnail for Mr. Matchstick.
So I won't say what I'm doing.
Wednesday, anything with the Birdman?
He said he should be over his little bit of a got a little sick, but he said he should be back. I don't know what movie we're doing. I don't know if we're going to be trying to catch up on Die Hard 2 and
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Electric Boogaloo, right? Exactly.
Home Alone 2 is the other one. I'm almost thinking we should just save Home Alone 2 for next year at this point.
Yeah, at this point you probably should.
Unless he has this guest lined up that he was going to use for it. At some point this month, I think we're supposed to do another rewatch of Captain America: Civil War, because last time I got into a little bit of an argument with the guests about whose side they should be on in the Civil War. I was Team
Who was
Iron.
the guess?
This was a while ago. This was, I believe,
now I have to ask this.
Zootopia, and Leia Plus Size were on with us, and Daniel. And they were all on Captain American's side. And
I have to ask this.
Team Iron Man.
Was it a serious disagreement or was it a fun disagreement?
I don't know.
Oh my lord!
It's kind of like you and me on Die Hard, Al. Right?
It's a freaking movie. It's not worth that much
Listen to me.
stress.
Years ago,
time, so it's a Christmas movie.
years ago, people were like, you like the Avengers? Yeah. Which ones? Oh, I like all of them. Really? Because there's going to be a Civil War.
Emma Peel's my favorite.
No, Civil War. No, Team Iron Man. Sorry.
John Steve's my favorite.
I don't. But you know what?
Yeah,
it might be.
Steve.
It might be worth rewatching because if you take the last 2 years and kind of superimpose it, your opinions might change a little bit.
Maybe.
Anyway,
Well, at some point this month we're going to be having Wolf 10 on. We haven't had Wolf 10 on yet. It's been a long time coming, so we're going to have
I mean, if you had me on, I'd be bitching and moaning about the fact that it doesn't follow the Civil War storyline from the comics, which was about whether or not go public with your identity.
Yeah, that was another big thing. I know. I remember that at the time. I never read them, but my friends were always telling me about it.
Yeah.
And I remember, doesn't Captain America end up arrested at the end of that line?
And shot. Someone tries to take him out. Yeah.
Remember at the time I said, you know what? They should have given him like a super soldier suppressant drug so he wouldn't be strong in prison, and then someone could have drowned his head in the toilet somewhere, and that's how he would have died.
Oh, God.
I'm thinking like the worst way imaginable for him.
You say that, though, you know that there's people in the comic book industry today that would love to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, they'd be getting away with all kinds of other stuff. Good.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So anything else going on the next week?
No, I know.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with some of the. The professor and I are supposed to get back to some of the book studies. Not quite sure the schedule yet, but that will be coming soon. I do hope to maybe do a couple of the odd video here and there. Yeah, might do a Cobra Kai review.
If you're going to do a book study, you might want to consider suggesting Tales from Jabba's Palace. That would be pretty timely.
Well, I do believe that after we finish Allegiance, I know we're going to be doing Darth Plagueis soon.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if we're going to do that first or eventually. There's a couple that he gave me. It's up to him. This is his gig. It's on his channel. But like I said, on my channel, I'm hoping to have something come out. I might do a best of.
You going to review the Bigfoot movie you just watched?
Probably not, because I really didn't watch enough of it to give it a truly fair
It was
shake.
that bad?
Yeah, well, I had to go fast through it. It's kind of like it's like, well, let me see this if it gives me enough that makes me want to go back and watch the whole thing. No, because once I saw the guy fighting himself in a Bigfoot suit, that was just
that's hysterical.
That was just bizarre.
Although you might want to mention what the name of that movie was, because I'm guessing Evelyn might want to check it out.
Well, actually, hold on. Let me look it up here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure I get it right, because I know two of the words for sure, but I wasn't sure about.
Yeah, Evelyn's really good at finding really bad movies.
Yeah, and loving the hell out of them, too.
It is called The Badge, The Bible, and Bigfoot from 2019.
Holy crap.
And here's a synopsis. In a small coastal town, Bigfoot is sighted and children go missing. The town's police chief is fired, leaving only the sheriff. When the sheriff goes missing, the town's only hope is in Chief Harrison to battle the beast. Yeah, that's pretty much pretty much what it was too.
Yep. There we go. So,
Oh,
But it's a Christian film, and yep, he finds himself without his weapons and must go hand to hand with Bigfoot. Will his strength in God and law enforcement training be enough to save the children and the town?
who knows? We'll see.
Yep.
It's actually
I'm working on editing a short rant video that has nothing to do with films or anything. It's basically about ranting on makeup, but so that's all I got going on.
so that'll go along well with my rant video about Boba Fett. Check out my recent video on the book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, I'm still editing my bathroom remodel videos and then my kitchen remodel videos, which I just finished my kitchen remodel. It looks fabulous.
Congratulations.
And that's just taking a while because the bathroom one is in like 5 parts. And it's like, yeah. So
Yep.
I keep looking at it. It's just such a daunting task. I keep putting it off.
Evelyn Hampton thinks The Swarm is great. It's
Yeah,
one of those.
she
It's one
likes
of those films that I might love it when I see it. I don't know, so we'll see. But yeah, that's definitely that will be the ending part. But like I said, 2 weeks got Towering Inferno, and then we're going to have The Swarm. Not quite sure what February holds. Got a couple of ideas. I don't know if I'm going to do the theme months like I have been, but I kind of like that. I kind of like doing that. So, but well, I'll kind of see. I'll kind of noodle what I'm going to be doing for the next few months after January. But that is what is going on. Like I said, just keep an eye out for certain things on my channel. I'll be dropping stuff as soon as I can get it done. Mostly rambles. Writing stuff out takes so long, and I kind of like just getting it done. But and I also have some older ones. Like I said, I have some older reviews that I never did on video, like Maltese Falcon, that I'm going through and kind of dropping. And I got some good old ones I want to bring out here and there. Some pretty cool, fun, bad films. Well, not bad, just bizarre.
Yep.
But I'd like to thank everyone who joined us to watch the Poseidon Adventure. I hope everyone had a good time. Does anyone have any final words?
Well, I always say that, I appreciate y'all being here. We can always talk amongst ourselves, but it's not as much fun, without you guys here joining in the chat. And you're not just friends for us, you're family as well. So we'd love you guys. Thank you for being here.
They're not just friends, not just family. They are Al Pals. That is an entirely different realm of thing. The honor of being an Al Pal?
Yeah, Alicia Witt.
You also, I gotta say, Alicia Witt.
Yep. Hallmark
star, musical artist, is a declared Al Pal.
Yeah.
I've got the video proof. I can never show it because I don't want to get sued. But anyway, thanks everyone for joining us. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the year. The remaining 363.95 days left in the year, since it is after midnight. It is the 2nd. I hope everyone takes care and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Everyone.